America, I decided I would spend a weekend in a wheelchair just to see what it was like. Myself in these people's shoes and to have a go at doing that. And it was really amazing the sort of things that happened while I was in the wheelchair. People became a bit too helpful, and I felt like I couldn't do anything. But all the doors would be open for me and people would be doing all the nice stuff for me. And their attitude towards me changed all of a sudden just because I was sitting in this thing here. And it was really interesting. I was playing table tennis against the person. I played a lot of table tennis before. I was playing in a wheelchair, and this crowd came up to the floor and we were playing table tennis, and they were all making comments, "Oh, this guy's amazing, this is fantastic." And it was just interesting they make those comments only because I was in a wheelchair. If I wasn't in there, no one would have said anything about it. It would have just been like normal. That was a pretty interesting experience to have and to think about. And it makes me think about people's opinions and people's judgments of us and whether or not they're true or real. And I've started to question that, and I do question that as to whether what people say, whether that's true or not. And that was one interesting experience. And it's really easy. I've got sucked in a lot of times into thinking what people say about me is true. But I've got to tell you, if that's where we're getting our messages from, then I reckon we're getting them from the wrong place. So, I really like my hair. It's nice. I love getting up in the morning and not having to go in the shower and wash it. I love that the only way that I prepare my hair for school is by sleeping on it for 8 hours. Is anyone else able to do that, prepare their hair by sleeping on it? It's good fun. And I really like it. I like standing out. I like doing something different, and it's really cool to have this hair. But a lot of people get some weird ideas about people like me with this hair. Some people, and I remember a lot of times being offered or asked for drugs because people like me obviously carrying around drugs. And, I remember that. I remember also that when I finished year 12, I've had 2 sets of dreadlocks. This is my second one. When I finished year 12, I had a pretty good enter score, and I remember asking people guessing each other's enter scores, and people would guess mine, down there between 0 and failing. They would guess a really low score just because of the hair that I had, and I always have fun sort of asking people to guess and then being able to tell them and making them look like the fools instead of me, what it was. So that was interesting as well. And I also thought about coming here. I got a new set and thought maybe I'll have to chop them off here, and I really I'm grateful to Mrs. Starling for letting me keep these dreadlocks, so thank you for that. Because it was really interesting. Some people here at the school, I'm sure, the students, I walked into the school the first day and you probably thought, oh, I really want to have this cool teacher just because I had this hair. I hadn't done anything, I hadn't said anything. And, but some people probably thought this teacher's cool all because of, what's on my head. Other people, though, and I know this for a fact, there were some parents that were really, really worried. Flinders, they've dropped their standards. What are they letting into the school now? Next we'll have monkeys and dogs teaching our kids. So some people were really a bit, worried about me, that I would come into this school and be such a bad teacher or something. But I've got to tell you, this hair doesn't change anything. Whether I've got it or whether I don't have it, this hair doesn't change a thing. All it changes is how you people will see me. It doesn't change me at all. And you know what? You know what? Your value does not change depending on your hairstyle. You are not what the magazines say about you. Thankfully for me, you are not the equivalent of the amount of push-ups you can do. Where are you, Luke? Your value depending on what you get on your end of year report. worth any more if you are?
Don't do it!
Your value does not depend on whether you fit in a certain weight range. Does not matter. Does not matter if people say you are hot or if you are not. Thankfully for me, it is not about the clothes that you wear. It doesn't matter how many hits your MySpace or your Facebook page have had. It does not even matter if you win a Star Long Kicking contest or not. It really doesn't matter if you have a lot of hair or no hair at all, if your hairstyle is cool or not. Winning a whole bunch of trophies doesn't make you worth any more. Owning all the latest stuff doesn't make you worth any more either.
This is everything I stand for.
It doesn't matter if you've had 600 or 600 girlfriends, you're not worth any more. It doesn't matter who those 600 or 600 girlfriends are. Your value cannot be judged or determined by looking in the mirror. Neither can it be determined by listening to what other people are saying about you. There's just some messages we get sent every day telling us what we're worth and what we're not worth, depending on different things. But I have a message, and it's very different than what you'll be told. This message doesn't depend on who you hang out with, or what you wear, or whether you're fashionable or not, or cool or hot. You can do a lot of stuff. This message comes from somebody who knows you completely and understands you. This message doesn't change. When I was travelling around, I travelled to Milan in Italy. Now this is the fashion capital of the world. Now you guys probably wouldn't think that I've been there looking at me. And obviously I went to Milan and I didn't buy anything either. One reason I didn't buy it is because I don't know fashion, and if it came up and bit me on the backside I would probably not even know it still. Another reason is because everything was